Hello, everybody, and welcome to Swampy Comics. I'm Swampy, and today we're going to be doing the tier list for a bunch of the new comics that came out this week of March 25th, 2026. And we were going to originally do 10, but I'm throwing another one in here, and we're going to do the Flash 31 as well. So, um, without further ado, let's jump right into it with Absolute Martian Manhunter number 10. Written by Dennis Camp, art and colors by Javier Rodriguez, letters by Hassan Otsmain Al. The enigmatic psychedelic hitman Rainbow has caught up with our hero John here, while his partners also have the Martian, completely captured and are extruding his essence, insides. I don't know how to sum this issue up, but I did love the hell out of it. There's just so much weird metaphor stuff and kind of psychological and psychedelic theming going on here with what is and isn't happening in reality. It's a little hard to follow, and I had to sit with this one and go through it a second time. But going through it that second time, I really had a better hold of what was going on. The fact that Rainbow, like I made this connection through my Green Lantern fan brain, but the character Rainbow, he's like all the colors put into one, like a white, like the prismatic spectrum making a white light. Um, so he's like the essence of the White Martian coming after John here, and not only that, but we have the White Martian infecting Tyler, John's son, and influencing his mother to do weird and potentially pretty awful things. And at the end of this, we have the Martian freed and joining up with John. But the Martian being back in John's head doesn't replace Despero. And so they're both in there. This is wild. This is wacky. This is weird. I'm loving it so much. I cannot wait to read this all as one piece. Um, and the art in this was next level gorgeous. The colors were just so vibrant and good, and everything was so complicated yet simple at the same time. And just some real iconic, groundbreaking stuff in this. I'm so bummed after this issue. We only have two more issues, but I'm really excited to see where the story goes. Um, I have no other choice but to throw this in S tier. I'm going to give you all a warning. This was a really, really good week, which is why I threw another book up. But yeah, Absolute Martian Manhunter number 10, S tier. And speaking of S tier, I'm just going to jump right to it. Absolute Wonder Woman number 18. This is written by Kelly Thompson with art by Hayden Sherman, colors by Jordi Belair, and letters by Becca Carey. Here we are in Season of the Witch, Part 3. Kind of our Zatanna introduction story arc into the Absolute Universe, where Zatanna and Wonder Woman are kind of trying to work together a little more after the summoning of Zatanna's father, Giovanni Zatara. And seeing his in the Absolute Universe is so cool. We got one glimpse of him last issue, and to see him going and causing chaos in this issue with the flames flickering over his image, and you're seeing the real Giovanni under the flame, like, man, absolutely wonderful. And the fighting in between Wonder Woman and Zatanna was really cool, as Zatanna's coming back to try to actually help Wonder Woman and give her point of view and how she was captured by Kale and kind of forced to do these things, and she doesn't want to do them. Like, she doesn't want to do evil, it seems, which is pretty cool and a nice relief. I'm glad that she's not going to be a total villain going forward. Um, and yeah, seeing their little fight scene where Zatanna does some sign language phases, or sign language is the word phase, and sign languages signs the word phase in some panels and phases through Wonder Woman was really, really cool and ingenious. Um, and the way that Wonder Woman goes to face Giovanni at the end, all suited up, looking like a World of Warcraft character, I really loved it. And not only that, we got some answers to some things, and some setup for some other things. Like Wonder Woman left Barbara behind after Zatara toasted her arm, and I'm sure that's going to set up some discontent and maybe mistrust between those two in the future. Um, but what was the other thing I was going to reference? Oh, we found out why Veronica Kale's hands are black, and it's because Zatanna cursed her. Um, yeah, this Zatanna seems to be a little more direct and cutthroat than our mainline one, and I'm here for it. I absolutely loved this issue. I cannot wait for the big confrontation next issue, and to see whatever happens. And we got two more issues in this story arc, so I'm really stoked to see where this goes. One of the best issues of this series so far. I loved this. S tier, like I said at the start. Next up, we got Dungeons of Doom #3 from Marvel. This is written by Benjamin Percy and Philip Kennedy Johnson, with art by Carlos Magno, Robert Gill, and Justin Mason. Pencils by Georges Ginty and inks by Carl Story. Colors by Guru EFX and letters by Travis Lanham. The fun little 3-part horror anthology comes to a close with most of the characters, whether they be rebels or Hydra agents, end up dying, um, as well as the Wakandan agent Umbra uh, getting possessed by an evil ancestor, Wakandan ancestor bat spirit. Kind of hopefully setting up a pretty cool looking villain, in my opinion. Um, and then we have this hammer of treachery that we know now exists. We got the ghost of Doctor Doom. Um, yeah, there's a lot going on here. I really liked this anthology, but I don't feel like we stuck the landing here. Like a weird connection with Infernal Hulk, a book which I'm not planning on reading. Kind of bummed me out. I was kind of hoping we'd leave a little more closed off here or into the main event of Weapons of Armageddon, but I mean, Dungeons of Doom is kind of a Red Hulk book, so I guess if he's going off in that direction for an arc or two, it makes sense. But all in all, I'd recommend this little 3-issue series. Probably even pick it up in trade. Because yeah, it's a fun little cohesive adventure. Even if they didn't quite stick the landing, it wasn't bad or anything. Just a little underwhelming in my opinion. So that's gonna put it in B tier this week. And so long to Dungeons of Doom. You were lots of fun. Next up from Marvel, Fantastic Four #9, written by Ryan North with colors by Edgar Delgado, pencils by Humberto Ramos, and letters by Joe Caramagna, and inks by Victor Olazaba. It was a little different order for the credits there. But anyway, we got the Invincible Woman Part 4, where this alternate reality Sue Storm, where just everything went wrong and she became the most powerful being ever, has come to wreak havoc in the 616 Fantastic Four, and they are having a hell of time beating her down. This series has been pretty fun, and still remains so. But what I should say, this series has been pretty lighthearted. But boy, does this issue get a little dark, and the Fantastic Four are definitely struggling against this formidable enemy. Really creepy imagery in here of Sue Storm getting her head kind of layer by a layer removed, and she's about to get the empathy taken out of her brain because the Invincible Woman's like, yeah, 2 of me would be even better. That'd be great. Um, and she doesn't succeed, thankfully. But yeah, I'm really excited to see where this goes. So we also have, while the Fantastic Four are gone, a bunch of aliens got wind of that and have invaded Earth. And so the kids are working with some of the Earthbound superheroes and, you know, kicking ass with a bunch of, what am I trying to say? A bunch of tools, not tools, bunch of equipment, so, replica equipment from other heroes in the Marvel universe. Like, we got one of the kids wearing Doc Ock's harness and having his arms, and another kid's in an Iron Man type of power suit. Um, all in all, pretty cool, pretty cool. And yeah, just interested to see where this goes. I really like Ryan North's Fantastic Four, and this issue was an absolute blast. I'm gonna throw it in S tier because yeah, this might have been one of my favorite and most action-packed issues of this run so far. I thought it was great. I was on the edge of my seat the whole damn time. A lot of issues are gonna get glazed this week, We're gonna continue on with that with the Flash 31 by writer Ryan North. Two Ryan North books in a row. Him and Gavin Guidry are taking over this title. With Gavin on art, colors by Adriano Lucas, and letters by Buddy Bedoin. And oh boy, I gotta say, I was just wanted to try this book out for the new team, and yeah, I'm all in. I think I finally get it with Wally West. I've had some time with him in other titles. I really didn't like the Bad Moon Rising. I tried jumping in on that earlier arc, and I just felt totally lost. I had no clue what was going on. I had no clue who all these people were. And this issue almost just serves as a number one. This really feels like a new, complete, fresh start. One where I understood Wally. I understood, obviously parents care about their kids, but the kind of I really understood how Wally feels about his family in the specific way that he does, and how he relates to Barry Allen, a Flash that I'm a little more familiar with, and it's really cool seeing the difference between those two. And I really, really, really like the story arc we're jumping into here. Um, yeah, the whole thing about some social media influencer paying kids to go get saved by the Flash in more and more extreme situations is a really cool hook. I can't wait to see who's running the show there. Should be pretty interesting. At least for this first arc, I'm definitely sticking with this title. So, damn it, North and Gudry, you got another title on my stack, as if I didn't have enough already. But no, I really appreciated this title and the spirit of it. Really lighthearted in the best way, and just a whole lot of heart. The art was really cool. I discovered Gavin Gudry with the JSA year one arc that is just about to wrap up. So it's cool to see him on a mainline title. I really like his modern but almost class, like, it looks a little, it's very Silver Age with a modern influence. I don't know. There's something just so wholesome about the art. I love it. So yeah, we're gonna throw this book into the A tier. I thought it was a lot of fun. I can't wait till we get more action and more villains from it. But let's see, what do we got up next? Oh, a big one. Another one from DC. Green Lantern number 33, aka Legacy 600. This is written by Jeremy Adams and Ron Mars, with letters by Dave Sharp and art by Daryl Banks, V. Ken Marion, and Zerbanico, with colors by Adriano Lucas and Chris Sotomayor. We got a lot of great stories in this anthology, just jam packed issue. We got these lanterns. Let's just start at the beginning. The first story, City of Angels. That's kind of our what Kyle Rayner is up to in the main continuity, as he's showing Odyssey around L.A. and meeting up with Wally West, and just kind of getting back into the vibe of existing and adventuring on Earth again. I thought it was a great setup for getting Kyle back down to his roots, and really excited to see him taking over the title as the main guy. Should be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of fun. Let's see. Brighter Day, The Origin of Hal Jordan. Oh, the second story. It's drawn by Dan Jurgens on pencils, Norman Rapman on inks, and Adriano Lucas on colors. Letters by Dave Sharp. This was pretty cool. We got a weird Krona Hal Jordan, kind of wondering why he took the form of Hal Jordan as he was strangely resurrected, and kind of needs to learn more about this Hal Jordan. He knows of him, but not about him a lot. So he accesses some Owen systems to learn more about Hal Jordan. So we gotta get a retelling of his origin story here. Um, let's see, what else did we have? Light in the Darkness. That is the oh yeah, this Kyle Rayner story. That's just about him being an artist. Or is this his origin story? There's so many stories in here. Oh, the City of Angels also had his origin in it. That was drawn by V. Ken Marion. So yeah, City of Angels was not only him getting into L.A. and finding his feet back on Earth, but telling Odyssey, the Time Bandit, his whole origins. That's right. And then this last story is about Kyle, helping some other lanterns save some ship from falling down to Earth, and them talking to him while he's painting a picture, and he's kind of telling him about how he's just another Green Lantern, but they really emphasizing to him and us, the reader, about his importance within the Green Lantern legacy. But yeah, man, I really like this. This was one of my favorite issues of this whole Green Lantern run. It's packed with a lot of good, nice storytelling for Kyle and Hal mainly, and just a celebration of those two characters and their legacies for this series. I loved every single bit of this. First S tier issue for Green Lantern I think I've ever given. And Green Lantern's like one of my favorites, so that says a lot about this one. But yeah, really good, fun stuff. Next up from DC, we got another book, Justice League Unlimited, number 17. Is written by Mark Waid with art on this one by Clayton Henry, letters by Ariana Mara, and colors by Tamra Bonvillain. And oh boy, I'm loving where we're off to. Justice League Unlimited felt pretty good for the first few issues. Then we got into the We Are Yesterday story arc, and it got really complicated. And I enjoyed all that. Then we got into the Quantum Quorum, and then all the DCKO stuff, and it was really all over the place with alternate versions of characters entering the story and weird time travel stuff. Linking up with Batman, Superman, World's Finest, and I was along for the ride, but I'm also along for a little more of a simplified, streamlined book with a great hook. And we got a great hook here. After the events of DCKO, the Justice League was in the wrong a little bit on part of their evacuation of Earth, because without any asking or letting them know quite the full scale of what was at stake, I think, the Justice League just took all the villains of Earth that they could and locked them up in the Phantom Zone. Um, and yeah, some of those villains that are back on Earth are now, getting in their face about that, but in a way where they're trying to help and they're like, no, we care about this place too, and we have loved ones. If we have to prove that, we will, and we'll do it without your help. So if you just think we're not people, I guess just lock us up. But until you do, we're just going to keep doing the right thing actually from now on. And it's really cool. And so they've offered amnesty, or they're going to be offering amnesty to a lot of villains. And the main ones that we get joining the Justice League in this issue are what do we got? We got Harley Quinn, Giganta, Cheetah, Starro, Lex Luthor, Lobo, and King Shark. Yeah, right there on the cover. Um, and yeah, all those characters that were in the DCKO tournament, they've been imbued with a little more alpha energy, and it's going to be really cool to see how they act within the confines of the league. I really like the way this opened too, with some terrorists with some hostages, and the first page at the very end of it, you just see a wall getting broken down, and then a big speech bubble on the next page of not if the Justice League stops you, and it's Lex Luthor, Starro, and Giganta. I mean, we're just in a really fun spot, and hats off to Clayton Henry. Mora's been on this title for so long. Um, and so I was a little kind of worried about moving away from him, but I feel Clayton Henry is perfect for this title. And I just noticed there's a Hal Jordan Carol Ferris variant I need to get. But anyway, yeah, where are we gonna put this one? Let's see. We'll put this A tier. Yeah, let's do it. Next up from DC's Vertigo imprint, we got The Peril of the Brutal Dark, an Ezra Cain mystery, issue number 2. Was written by Chris Condon with art and colors by Jacob Phillips and letters by Hassan Otsmane Al Howe. And here we have the issue opening up with Ezra talking to a lady whose husband has gone missing, and she's not giving him too much information, and he kind of has to pry at, oh, but also there was this one thing where there was these mysterious guys that were coming around whispering about this thing called the Brutal Dark in German, which I thought was a little funny. How she's like, I don't know if he was up to anything weird, or no, he wasn't cheating on me. Oh, there was this one thing, and it's like the creepiest, weirdest, most cult sounding thing ever. So I thought that was weird, but cool. Like, I think it's just a reflection on the character of Mrs. Meyer than anything else. Um, writing wise, and you get a little more insight into Ezra and his history in the war, and a really cool dream sequence in this issue. And he also goes to visit an old professor of his, John Morris, trying to get to the bottom of this strange artifact called the Anvil that's gone missing from the Museum of Natural History, which is also where the woman who's being interviewed at the beginning of the issue, where her husband happened to be working when he went missing. So yeah, I really like this mystery. It ends on a great cliffhanger. He finds out that there's this clockworkers union building that seems to be at the center of what's going on here. So all those clues lead him to there. But oh boy, he is against the wall by a rather big figure at the end of this issue. So we shall see how he gets out of the scrape next month. I'm really enjoying this. It's really cool that it's only going to be 6 issues. I kind of really hope that there's room at Vertigo for a book like this to do multiple mysteries. I hope they have ideas for that because, and I hope people are buying this book, and I hope there's some crowd that vibes with this kind of storytelling because it's really cool and almost Indiana Jones by way of some PI noir movie. I really like the tone of this. It's a lot of fun. This issue's a win. Gonna give it A tier for sure. Next up, we got Skinbreaker #7. This is written by Robert Kirkman, art by David Finch, colors by Annalisa Leone. And oh boy, what a clear and concise issue. Paka is back trying to make good with some people in the tribe that may feel a certain way about him. And not much happens before the tribe just gets attacked by the crazy big beasts. And not just the big beasts, but the daddy of them all. We get a new, bigger creature here. I don't remember if they even had a name, but yeah, you see him on the cover there. There's now a big horned one with even more eyes, and it's just huge. And these things are attacking the village harder than the village has ever been attacked before. And they're in serious trouble until Anak shows back up, and he's fashioned a crazy double-sided javelin or sword out of the Skinbreaker's crystals that he's found the source of in last issue. Um, Him and Paka change weapons because the new weapon is a little too heavy for Anak to wield. So Anak is back with the crystal breaker, the Skinbreaker sword, and Paka has this new weapon, and they do their best to combat these creatures. And it seems to go pretty well until the very end. And the issue just ends with a shadow looming over Paka, and just ends. I thought this. I mean, the art is just the best part about this book, hands down. And the use of colors is great. A limited palette really serves this environment very well. Um, but man, did this end on such a so abrupt. Me and my fiance both, she read it before me, and when she got to the end of it, I just heard her go, "Huh," and I was like, "Okay, well, I'll see what that's about later." And then when I got to the end of it, I made the same, "Huh," because it just ends. Boom, you're at the letters page. But I mean, it's good. It's good. It's yeah, just the epitome of cliffhangery, which left me wanting just a little bit. So we're gonna put this issue of Skinbreaker in the B tier. But B is great grade in my opinion. So perfectly great grade. But next issue, Superman #36. This is written by Joshua Williamson with art by Dan Mora, colors by Alejandro Sanchez, and letters by Ariana Mar. And oh boy, Superboy Prime taken over the title from our mainline Superman, and I am here for it. This was the comic book of comic books for me. Like I nope, here I go. I'm stuttering because I'm a little overwhelmed with how much I really did enjoy this. I knew I liked this character going in. I really like him in this setting. I really like the way the other characters bounce off of him. Dan Mora's art is perfect for this. I really love when he draws Superman, maybe even a little more than Jamal Campbell. But yeah, um, just the way that this character is trying to go through his redemption arc and breaking the fourth wall to invite us on the way to come fly with him right at the very beginning. Um, and some of the hijinks that he gets into, the weird, almost erasing or redoing of the comic book page that is present here in the issue. His interactions with Lois, him getting a normal job is at the place he gets at the comic book shop. I don't know why I'm hiding it. At the comic book shop is just super cool and perfect, and I just Williamson is just killing it right now. This is great. Um, I loved it. I can't say enough about how much I really enjoy the Superman run, and this issue is just up there. One of my favorites, right up there with number 25. That's one of my favorite issues of this run. Yeah, it's great. S tier, without a doubt. Just, yeah, great. And last but not least, just alphabetically, because it starts with a W, Wolverine Weapons of Armageddon #2. This is written by Chip Zdarsky with art by Luca Maresca, colors by Jesus Abertov, and letters by Joe Sabino. And here we have Wolverine with Terrio Barnes face to face with David Colton, a former Captain America that's gone into hiding um, since the adventure he was in with, Steve Rogers in the first arc of Captain America, our Secret War arc, issues 1 through 5. Um, they're going through and trying to find this character Tyler before his makers can find him, because this person Tyler has a strange healing ability that they've weapon Xified this poor kid, and liquid metal now can seep out of his pores to take whatever shape he needs to see fit to make whatever weapon he needs to be. It's pretty grim and super cool. Um, and on the tail of this, Tyler Torrens is his name. We have the company Prime Warrior, which has enlisted the help of Nuke, a character that I wasn't too familiar with, but now kind of understand the gist of in this issue. He's one of those guys that I would always see around, you know, um, in certain comics, but never really had a grasp of who he was. And he's a big, ridiculous, dumb character, and I'm here for it. I love that kind of stuff. Just a big, silly American flag on his face to cover up the scars that Wolverine gave him. Super cool idea, and his weird pill popping thing is rad. He also seems to have some pathos with him, because he took a white pill right in front of the bear that he had found out in the wilderness, and I was like, is he just hoping it kills him there because he just kneels in front of it after taking the pill? Pretty interesting. I like seeing that Wolverine probably gonna, meet team up with David Colton in order to find this Tyler Torrens and escape the destructive tendencies of Nuke. I'm really excited to see where we go. This is a fun ride, and I'm totally here for it. Putting Wolverine Weapons of Armageddon firmly in the A tier. What a great week! What a great week! If I'm gonna pick book of the week, it's really, I don't know. It's hard to say, but I think what we'll do is not pick two, because that's just cheating. We gotta. I mean, there was so much good this week. One of these S tier books. I mean, there's 5 of them. 5 books that I think are unmissable issues. Uh, yeah, we're going Superman, because I just love where this title's going, and the balls to have Superboy Prime take over the title for the, at least this reign of the Superboys that we're going to be having for the next few months, is really a great idea and works on a lot of levels. I yeah, I'm over the moon about Williamson's Superman title. What did you like this week? Let me know in the comments below, and give a like and a subscribe if you could. I'd really appreciate it. On Monday we'll have the video of, or I'm sorry, on Tuesday we will have the video of our previews up, seeing what I'll be buying next week. It's going to be a lot smaller of a week, which my wallet is totally looking forward to. But until then, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, and y'all keep reading.